Alright, I'm gonna try jumping up to 275. I think 270, I think I've done 270 for long enough. So let's see how 275 treats me. Four reps, probably had five. If my form was a little sharper, then I'd probably be able to get five, no problem. So yeah, work with that for a few days until I can do that nice and easy. Then probably work with that for another week until I can get that for a good 2 sets of 5 every day. I think that's a good plan. Stick with that weight for a good while. Try not to jump up too fast. Alright, I think I'll do some straight bar skull crushers for 95. Those my elbows really don't want to cooperate with. So yeah, I think I'm gonna, I might just drop the weight down to the bar and get me a good high rep set of those. Really work this elbow joint over. So I gotta fix this left elbow joint if I want to make any more progress. Right shoulder's working fine. So now it's just left elbow I need to focus on. Oh yeah, hardly can keep the bar even. Elbow clicking and clacking with every rep. I got that position. Really working my elbow over. No pain, but clicking and clacking. You don't want to do a movement if it causes you pain. You don't want to do a movement if it causes you pain. Well, significant pain. If it's a tiny little ache, that's no problem. But yeah, significant pain you don't want to work into. But if a joint is stiff through that movement, or it doesn't want to cooperate, or it starts, giving the old snap, crackle, and pop treatment, that's when you want to work through that movement over and over again. Of course, injury to a joint really depends on the load. So, start low, start easy, get some high reps in, start building that joint up, and then progress to heavier and heavier weights. There we go. 25 reps. Yeah, that's really hitting right in there, right in that cartilage. Yeah, that's good. I wonder what's causing that issue, all that's clicking and clacking. Trying to dig around in there, find any tender spots. Yeah, it's just the cartilage. It's the cartilage that's a little tender. You know, some people say you can't grow cartilage. They've never met a wrestler before. Those cauliflower ears they got, that's because the ear gets damaged and the cartilage overgrows due to that damage. So, anybody tells you can't grow cartilage is full of it. Hit up some reverse curls as well, just to build up the old back and forearms. And the other opposite side of this elbow joint. Yeah, a lot of snap, crackle, and pop going on in there. Reverse curls are an excellent exercise. They build up a lot of muscles that people usually ignore, like the wrist and finger extensors, and brachioradialis and brachialis, which are very important for building up this whole elbow joint, making you bulletproof. Making you bulletproof in the elbow joint, which is very important. You got to pay attention to those small little stabilizer muscles. They're also an underrated bicep builder because the biceps are a hand supinator. So when they're in a supinated position, biceps is in a shortened position. When your hand is pronated, your bicep is in a more elongated position. So working your biceps through that range of motion, very good for growth too. All right, I've been doing very strict, you know, very strict lateral raises. Keeping my shoulder as low as I can, trying to only activate the deltoid. For a while now with just 10 pounds, so I think I'll move it up to 10 pounds and a 2.5. Oh baby, we're in big weights now. You gotta work until you feel the burn. Yeah, if you feel the burn, you got terrible endurance. You gotta work until your muscles refuse to consciously contract. Eventually, you get to a point where just body weight. You can't make your deltoids contract anymore. Alright, that's a good pump. Alright, deltoids are still pumped. I'll grab another set. I'll just use the tins this time.